then my colleague starts.
Okay, my name's Liz Chapman. I'm the co-author of these 2 books with my friend Ariana. What Does It Have to Do with Me? And Intuitive Body Rebalancing for Weight Control.
Yeah, and I'm Ariane Wittgen-Antinoli. I'm also the author of these 2 books.
And together we're AriLiz.
Mm-hmm.
And some of our methods you'll find helpful to rebalance your body, to help getting rid of emotions that you don't need in life. So we've got lots of these little videos coming out that will give you some ideas of how to actually deal with the problems that you're facing in life. What should we deal with today?
With guilt.
Guilt, that's a big one, isn't it?
Mm.
And we all have a bit of guilt. It's the things that I didn't do, or the things that I did do that I shouldn't have done, that I could have done better. But we can't change the past, we can't time travel. We have to find peace within ourselves. Just to beat yourself up about something that you did years ago or didn't do years ago, what is the point in that?
We can time travel, but this comes in another video.
Yeah, oh yes, we
So
can.
we can't. This was wrong that you said this.
Well, normally we can't time travel,
Yeah.
but we do have a little method that we could use.
Yeah,
on that.
but this we tell later.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So,
We're full of great ideas.
yeah.
So I think that guilt for a lot of us comes in childhood originally, because we're taught, who did this?
Mm-hmm.
Is it your fault? Is this fault? And we take the blame for things even though we haven't necessarily done it, and the blame stays with us for years and years and years, and we don't even know it's there, but something will just trigger it and you go back into that feeling of guilt and you're blaming yourself. And so much of the time, like the book says, what does it have to do with me? It probably doesn't. It probably wasn't anything to do with you at all, but you're carrying that guilt which weighs you down and prevents you from finding your happiness. So we have to look at some of the reasons why guilt appears.
Yeah.
And your experience.
Yeah. And I experienced a lot that you also can feel guilty when you lost a twin. This means that actually you never knew that your mother was pregnant with 2. Even your mother doesn't know, or did not know at the time, that she was pregnant with 2, because when there are 2 inside and 1 is going, because it doesn't have the power to keep on living. How you say this?
Yeah, it's when like 2 eggs get fertilised,
Exactly.
but only one sort of gets the nutrients that it should to start to grow.
Exactly.
The other one dies almost immediately.
Yeah.
So because the scan is not usually till about 12 weeks into the pregnancy, you don't know that in that early time that there may be 1 or more other eggs that are fertilised that haven't grown and haven't lived.
But the soul was also there, and the soul with your twin is still connected with you, and then you also can fall in this feeling of guilt because you stayed alive and your brother or sister didn't have the power to live. But in Germany we say overlive.
Overlive?
No, not overlive. It's überleben. Well,
okay.
Sorry.
So what we have to look at here is how we can be affected by the soul of an unborn twin that we may not even know we had. And how many clients have you found over the years that have unborn twins?
Many.
And you've had one as well?
Yeah, and I had a twin brother. And I always felt, there are lots of feelings you can have, not only guilt. I felt more like I have a kind of a deep sadness, and out of the blue I was sad, and I have 2 brothers who are alive, and I always had the feeling I needed to help them. They always needed help, and especially my smaller brother. So I always felt I need to help him. Even it was ridiculous to help him again, because he had to go alone through this problem, or he never, when I solved the problem, it didn't take long and he did the same mistake again. So what did I overtake? The feeling of I have to take care of someone.
You felt responsible.
Responsible.
Which is again, it's part of the guilt.
Yeah.
Because you lost a brother.
Yeah.
That you feel that in order to ease this guilt, you actually help somebody else because you can't help your brother.
Yeah. This came out by the time when I, by myself, learned about family constellation with Bert Hellinger. And then it came out that I have a twin brother. So I released myself from my brother and saying goodbye to him. It was a sad and emotional act. But afterwards I could tell to my brother, look, I'm not going to help you again because you're doing always the same mistake, and you have to learn out of it, and you have to get responsible for your own life. I can't take it for you all the time. So this was really releasing, and I got much calmer in helping my brothers. Of course.
I think this is what guilt can do to us, because we feel that, oh, we should be doing this. We're not doing this. We should, because, oh no, you know, it's my fault. I should be helping. I should be helping. I should be doing. But no, you've got to live your own life. Everybody has to live their own life, make their own mistakes, learn from them, and grow. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
We can't take it all on board, and we can't take the guilt from other people on board.
Yeah.
So do you feel there's other areas where guilt comes into our life? Does it come through parents, do you think? And
yes, through parents, grandparents, also friends can give you the feeling of guilt.
Yeah, because there's always those friends who sort of blame you for everything that goes wrong. It always seems to be your fault. Even though they've made the mistake, to deal with it themselves, they put the blame onto you. So then you go home feeling, oh, I should have done better. I should have stopped her doing that. I should have. It's my fault. It's all my fault. And you're carrying all this burden of guilt, this depression that comes from guilt, when it had nothing to do with you.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's how other people cope. Their coping mechanism is to give the guilt to you. You deal with it. I can't deal with this, so it's your fault. It's not my fault. It's your fault.
And the thing is, you take it very easy.
It is easy. Very easy. It's normal for us.
Yeah.
I've always taken the guilt. I always felt guilty with things that weren't anything to do with me.
Yeah, but with the self-help technique in the book, here, what does it have to do with me? You by yourself can try to get rid of this feeling of guilt.
Yeah, it's a simple technique. Doesn't take long. You can read it all in the book, and it will help you get rid of that feeling. You just think about it. Think about where that guilt came from. And when you realise it, it actually wasn't you. Even if you did make a mistake, the people involved probably don't even remember. But it's there, and it just doesn't leave you. But it should leave you. But with our little technique that we've got in here, that will help you let go of that guilt.
And in a further video, we're gonna show you how you can get rid of your. This sounds so not nice. Get rid of your twin brother. No? How you can
disconnect.
Yeah. How you can disconnect with your twin brother or sister. Or there are also triplets. There's also triplets. This also can
be more.
Yeah. This is, for example, this who have triplets without knowing. This actually we didn't want to talk about this now, but now I started with, so I'll give just a little explanation to it. Is for people where it could happen, or where you could see that you are triplets. Actually, a triplet is when you can't decide very often. So you have three things, and you think, what do I take? Do I take this? Do I take this? Or take the other one? And it's very, very difficult. And you go out of the shop and you say, I have to think about it. So you turn rounds and rounds and rounds and think, what of these three things I take? This, for example, can also be a triplet.
It changes your process because your twins are saying, oh, I want that. Oh, no, I want that. And you think you want something else. But it all gets mixed up. So by disconnecting them so they're not actually interfering in your life, you know immediately which one you want. And it's easy. But if you struggle with decision making, it could well be that you've got an unborn twin or triplet.
Yes.
Exactly. But we'll do that in another video, and then we'll show you the technique for disconnecting.
To disconnect this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
and if you read the book, then you also get a little bit more explanation about the twins and triplets. Okay. Thank you for listening, and bye-bye.
Bye.
This bye-bye never works. You want more.